Hey, it's me, it's GamerFitNation's Black Bible, and I just want to give my perspective on something. Some of you might disagree, but I have to be honest, I kind of don't like the market as far as when it comes to third-person games. I feel like there are not enough third-person games out there. I'm not into first-person like that. I rather prefer third-person games such as Uncharted and Gears, even though I never played Gears until recently. Oh, by the way, I have my executive editor Greg report in my ear, so just in case you hear me like chattering off, I don't want you to think I'm like having a schizo moment. Anyway, oh, by the way, I'm walking the streets of Harlem at night. I'm holding out a handy cam with some Skull Candy headphones and a PS3 Bluetooth headset, so if I get robbed, don't be surprised. It's kind of guaranteed. I'm in the hood. Anyway, nah, I'm really big into third-person action games, third-person games in general. I mean, I guess it's the same feeling that you RPG guys have. You feel like there are not a lot of good RPGs out there, and I sympathize with you. I can understand that. I can relate, because I feel like there's not a lot of third-person shooters out there, or not shooters, but third-person games that are really good, that make you like scream epic every time. I mean, you have Infamous, which is a good game. You have Uncharted. I heard Just Cause is okay. Well, I mean, you got Resident Evil, but they come out, well, they're over the shoulder. I count it as a third person, but you know, Resident Evil is going to be out in what, 2026. Another Metal Gear won't be out until the year 3000. Zone of the Enders won't get announced until the year 3000. It will be out the year 3025. Any other third-person action games I should mention? Wait, any ideas? Wait. There's Tomb Raider. Yes, he reminded me. Tomb Raider and Hitman. Those are some games I'm looking forward to. But at the same time, if you think about it, in comparison with the first-person shooter market, you know, they're eclipsed. There's so many first-person shooter everything, not even shoot, just first-person everything. Like, all right, this is me, Black Bible again, and we had a little technical hiccup with my SD card, so I'm re-recording. But I mean, for the most part, what we're talking about is third-person action games, period. I might slip up and say third-person shooter, but I mean action games, period. Like hardcore third-person action games. I mean, my whole issue is I don't feel like there's like such an eclipse of first-person shooters out there, that RPGs and third-person actions just, you know, kind of come rare. And it's not that I'm saying that they're not being made. I'm saying that it's only but a handful that are actually really good. So, I mean, I want you to hear your opinions on this, but I mean, you know, to give you some good games, in my opinion, that are good games. We have Army of Two. I like that game. That's a cool, you know, co-op third-person shooter. I think that's a really cool game. I'd love to see a third Army of Two coming out. Of course, there's one in the works. Zone of Enders. You know what? I should even mention this because it's like mentioning the Holy Grail. That's how I feel about Zone. No, I really like Zone of Enders. It is, to me, the best mech game of all time, in my opinion. I just love it. So high speed and everything, but you know how Kojima is. If there's a Zone to be announced, we won't really ever see it until like the year 2015. I mean, other than that, you have games like Psyops that I can't believe that this game hasn't had a sequel yet. This was a really good third-person shooter. And I don't know if a lot of you played it, but you should check it out. Check it out, you know, check out the Metacritic or whatever. But Psyops was basically about, you know, a soldier who had psychic powers and stuff like that. It was really, really good. It even set up for a sequel, but nothing came out of it. It was really sad. I'm hoping that somebody picks it up and say, hey, let's do a Psyops reboot or a sequel to the original. Another game that was really good was The Suffering. Suffering was one of my favorite horror games. You should really check out The Suffering. It's a cool horror game that has a part 1, part 2, but part 2, the ending sucked. The game was beautiful, but the ending of it sucked. GTA, of course, is a great third-person shooter. We also got Saints Row and Warhawk and Starwalk. I love those games. I can't wait for Starhawk's on the rock. But, you know, other than that, I really don't feel like there's a, you know, widespread market for third-person shooters. Maybe it's just the appeal. Maybe it's just the sales that, you know, a lot of people are into it. But I feel like we really need more. That's just my opinion. If you don't feel like we need more, if you feel like we have too much, let me know. And if you know of any third-person shooters that I'd be interested in, please let me know. I would love to play it as long as it's good, because if you give me crap, I'm going to be pissed off. That's just how I am. Anyway, there are a lot of great games out there, but I much prefer a third-person shooter. Tell me what you think.